Okay, folks. Hey, it's Monday morning, about 11:30. I've been out here at the 3M plant here in Little Rock for about 4 hours, a little more. And I'm second in line here. I'll go and get loaded right there behind that truck. And there's the little check-in spot right there and where you get your paperwork. Over there is where everybody's parked waiting their turns. Probably about 25 trucks in here. It's been kind of slow. You never know when you come here. Sometimes, you know, I've been here where I get in and out pretty quick. And then again, I've been here for hours and hours. Just never know. So we're getting the load. You can see the product falling in right there. This is the east end loading, and then down there is the west end loading for roofing granules. So this load goes to Meridian, Mississippi, where I've delivered to a couple of times before. There goes a truck like mine. Nice truck, man. Except he's a hopper bottom trailer. Anyway, you see a lot of those trucks. You know, these trucks like mine, they came from Wiley Flatbed Company. I'm sure you've seen them around. And Arrow Truck Sales, where I bought this one from, must like these trucks because they get a lot of them and then we buy them. I mean, I see 6 or 7 of them just parked at the North Little Rock Oakley yards. So pretty popular truck. So anyway, that's what we're doing. That's how the loading works. That guy's just honking as he crosses the railroad tracks there. All right, more later. Okay, so the loaders just buzzed this hopper bottom out of the loading zone. That's how they do it. They buzz you when they put in the requested amount. All right, so I'm just trying to get the trailer lined up here over the track. I'm gonna start by loading in the middle, and then I'll back up and pull forward as needed to kind of balance it out. And you have to get out and tell them how much you want. So I'll get back to you. All right, guys, so I'm getting loaded. Just giving you a shot. Got this fellow over here backing into position on the west side. But there's what we're getting. It looks like kind of a dark brown color. So at this point, I'm not exactly centered, so it's loading a little front of center. But I'll just watch my gauges and back up, pull forward as needed to kind of balance it out. I told her 23.5 tons. So that's how it works. 3M in Little Rock. And then once I'm done, I'll kind of U-turn out right there, pull in over here, kind of in front of this yellow truck, put my tarp over and go inside and get my paperwork. So here's you a shot from inside the trailer. That's how roofing granules get loaded. All right, folks. So I've arrived here in Meridian, Mississippi at Atlas Roofing. I actually got here about 45 minutes ago. They were doing a shift change, so I had to wait a little bit. They just told me I could come back. They got some low trees here I wish they would cut. Anyway, the way this works is we're going to go down here and make a U-turn and then back into the unloading area. They will let you overnight park here too, by the way. They've got a pretty big lot out there with, you know, probably enough room for 15 or so trucks and a porta potty. You can make it. You can survive out there. So I don't have much time on my clock. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna head to Mulga, I think it is, Mulga, Alabama. I've been there once before, so I have a little bit of memory of it. Get a load of silica brick that goes to Tyler, Texas. So what we're gonna do here is just make a big U-turn and then back in. If you see that fella standing down there about 30 yards away, that's where I gotta back into. So let me get positioned. I'll try to show you some more in a minute. Okay, folks, it's real noisy right here. A lot of noise coming from over there. You see that wastewater pumping into that little pond over there. Last time I was here, I saw a big snake crossing the road right over there. Probably trying to get to some water. So here we are, unloading. It's taken me a little while to get to this point. Ship change and all. This is like my third time delivering to this place. Pretty easy. Like I showed you, you know, you come in from down there and you have to do kind of a U-turn and then back into here. They've got some yellow stripes marked here so you know where you're backing into. And I'll show you. This is the 4100 color of roofing granules, the dark brown. He's got some sample jars in there of all the different products they get here. Probably got about 15 or so, maybe 20. He said the black ones are the most popular. So it's dumping out pretty fast. This will probably take about 30 or 35 minutes, maybe 40. Weather's good, so I went ahead and rolled my tarp off. Last time I was here, I left the tarp on because it was kind of rainy. But he said this stuff dumps down into what he called a shaker, and then it gets taken upstairs and stored. That's about all I know. So once this dumps out, I'll use this tool here to kind of reach up in there and knock it out of the corners, and then I'll let the trailer down, and I'll probably just open it up and give it a sweep out right here. It should dump out pretty clean, but I'll have to go over it with the dust mop or the blower or something. There'll be a little bit left in there. That's it. Roofing granules from Little Rock 3M to Atlas Roofing in Meridian, Mississippi. This fellow over here is unloading, I'm not sure what that is, but he came in right ahead of me. Some kind of a, I really don't know, honestly. It could be some sort of a hot oil product. Yeah, you can see it's hot right there. I've seen these guys delivering to a different roofing granule place before, and they were bringing in the hot, I don't know what to call it. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm ready to get this done. You know, it's probably about 8 o'clock. So it's cooling down a little bit. Like I said, I'm just gonna park out in their parking lot, get up and hit the road in the morning, you know, as soon as I can. I've got about a 3-hour drive to Mulga, Alabama, I think it's called. We'll be getting some silica brick that goes to Tyler, Texas. So that's a little different. I've only had that load one time before. It's kind of unique. All right, more tomorrow. All right, everybody. Hey, I'm about a mile from shipper here in Mulga, Alabama. I just was passing by some sort of a port facility. I think it was called Watco. I don't know, it's a big facility. There's a river that runs through here. I did not catch the name of the river, but yeah, they got a little port facility over here. A lot of activity. A lot of raw materials piled up out there. Now, I've been to this place once before, a few months ago. It's called Miller something. And I do remember the first time I came here, I turned into what I thought was the main entrance, only for them to tell me I needed to turn around and go back across the road to the office to scale in. I mean, the scales are on the opposite side of the highway from the loading facility. So this time I'm just going to turn off of this highway to the right to go on up to the scale and check in, and then I guess she calls or radios over, lets them know I'm coming. But we're getting a product called Silica brick. Kind of a different product, and it'll go to Tyler, Texas, to a place called Tyler Pipe. Alright, there's the river. We're just crossing the river. A lot of barges down there. Alright, so the place I'm going to get loaded at is going to be over here to the left. And here's a sign to the left there. It says Miller, a consolidated mill supply company. That's all it says. But like I said, we're gonna go over here only because, and you wouldn't know this unless you've been here before, there's no signage. I just know that the scale and everything is over here. I'll just go ahead and show it to you. Get my empty weight, go up to the office and check in, and then we'll go across the highway, get loaded, then we'll have to come back over here. So this is it. So we'll scale in here. Gosh, watch out for the holes. We'll scale in here and then just turn around to the left there and go back across the road. All right, more in a minute. Okay. So it got scaled in there. My empty weight was 31,460, which sounds about right. Stopped and got fuel a couple hours ago. And I learned from talking to the nice lady in there that she really doesn't have anything to do with the Miller operation. She's just used to scale the trucks in and out. She doesn't know anything about the loads or anything. She's just here to weigh in and weigh out. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and show you this. It's going to take them a couple of minutes to get over there, but I'll show it to you in case you're an Oakley driver and this might help you navigate your way around here if you've never been here before. Mulga, Alabama, the work order says. Miller. Gonna be another hot one today. Not too bad yet, but it's only 9:15 in the morning. Truck says it's 85. All right, so let me get to where I can see traffic coming from both sides, both directions. All right. So here's a sign that says hard hats required in case one of those bricks falls on your head while you're getting loaded. I need to get my boots on too, because I'm gonna have to climb in there, you know, take my tarp off, take most of my bows out, and then after I get loaded, I'll have to climb in there and put my bows back in. Now the first time I came here a few months ago, after I got loaded and went back across the road to scale out, I came back over to get a little more weight, a little more product. Actually got more than I wanted to, but you know, that's the game you play. The guy dumped in more than I wanted to. The way they do it here is they use a front end loader to scoop up these bricks, and then they kind of dump it into a hopper that conveyors it up and then drops it into your trailer. I'll try to show you some of that. But here's the place. And the Miller office is this little blue and gray trailer here to the right. I'm gonna stop and go in there just to see if they have any special directions for me. Go ahead and get my tarp off and remove my bows, I guess. All right, so I went into the office there. There's one guy inside. He checked some paperwork and asked me if I'd been here before. Asked me if I'd already weighed in. Yes. And he told me I could go ahead and pull around. There shouldn't be somebody back here. So, giving you a look. Now, let's see, this truck's coming out. Looks like it'll be easier for me if he goes ahead and comes out of there, because I was about to say, you can, the place we're gonna load at is back here to the right. It's kind of tight back there, so you can, if I have room up here, I'm gonna just turn to the left and then back up into the loading position. But you could turn right, and they've got a little loop around. Ah, okay. Here's another one. So, well, maybe they're not gonna. Looks like they're stopping that truck, so I may not have room to turn left and then back up. So we'll see how it looks up here in a minute. Yeah, I might. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I'd rather back up. That's what I'm gonna try to do. All right, I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, guys, so this is what I was talking about. I came in from over there and I turned left down that way and then backed into here. and I'm into position. Just giving you a look around here. You can come down here, and they got a little loop around that tree right there, but it's kind of tight. The turn coming around there is kind of tight. But here's the loading apparatus. What's going to happen is front end loader is going to scoop the silica bricks from that pile there, dump them into that hopper, and it's going to conveyor into the trailer, drop in. So I've positioned myself so it'll drop in the middle for now. We'll start in the middle, and then I'll pull forward and back up to put some more in the back or front as needed. But here's what we're getting. Silica brick. Okay, let me hop up here real quick. Haven't seen any sign of a loader yet, but like I said, I've already hopped in here and pushed my bows out of the way, except for the front one and the rear one. So they'll just drop in from right here. Be very noisy, kind of rough on the trailer too, I suspect. All right. Well, just need a loader. I need to change batteries in this camera anyway, so I'll try to get you some footage of the loading. Okay guys, so I'm getting loaded. There's my loader right there in the front end loader. This will be the third bucket he's dumped into the hopper. So I'll show you this. Here's what we got so far. I'm just piling it up in the middle for now. And then I'll pull forward or back up, you know, to kind of balance it out. Let me show you how this works. He just slowly dumps it out, not all at once, so not to overload the conveyor. Then the conveyor takes it up and dumps it in, and he'll pour a little more out. Kind of a slow process. Silica brick. All right, we should have some about to fall out up there. There it goes. Let's get a view from the inside. That's how it works. All right, more later. All right, everybody. Well, I've gotten loaded and I've driven across the road back to the scale, as you can see. Getting off the scale. She had my weight as 79. Let me look at this. 79,220. My empty weight was 31,460. Which netted me 47,760. So that's a little heavier than I'd like to be, but we'll just have to go with it. That's about as close as I could get it on my truck scales. Pretty close. Pretty close. All right, so now we got to drive back across the road to the Miller office and get some actual shipping documents. All the lady in there gave me was a scale ticket like this. So I gotta take that over there, get my shipping documents, and the GPS says it's about a 9.5 hour drive from here to my customer in Tyler, Texas. So I'll be delivering this tomorrow morning for sure. In fact, I think they stopped receiving there in Tyler at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., something like that. I think 1 p.m. is what the work order says. So kind of a short window for deliveries. So, you know, I'll just, I've still got a little over 8 hours of drive time. I'll be able to get most of the way there. And then we'll finish it off in the morning. I've got a request this week to get home by Thursday evening. So it'll be a short week for me. We're doing another long weekend lake trip. We had 3 of those planned. Did one a couple of weeks ago, doing one this coming week, and then we got another one planned for late August. Our daughter will be coming in from Oregon few days. She wanted to go to the lake, so we organized it so she can come and visit and get a little lake time. All of our kids, you know, it's kind of a sentimental thing. We've been going up to the lake like that for years, since they were all little. So, you know, they still enjoy going up there, jumping off the cliffs, swimming. You know, it's just fun. Okay, so here we are back at the Miller side of things. I'm gonna pull up here and park. I'll go in and get the fella started on my paperwork, and then when I come out, I'll have to climb in and get my bows put back and roll my tarp over. But I'm gonna hop out real quick. If you'll give me a second and just show you the load, the full load. If you'll give me a second. All right, let me hop out real quick. Try to give you a look of this. Getting hot. I may not can open this front door. Yeah, I can. All right, so there's the load. I got it, as you can see, balanced out pretty well. Silica brick. I got a sample of this stuff to take to my son that's a geologist. Anytime I'm getting any kind of product, raw material, or, you know, I don't know, this is probably not a raw material, but still it gets used in the, you know, steel and iron making process, so maybe he'll find it interesting.